The plan is way more important than the figure that you earn. You could earn $1 million, but if you spend $1 million, then you've got nothing. But if you've got a plan in place of at least understanding what direction we're headed in and what we're trying to achieve at the end of the day, we can at least identify what amount of your financial resources need to be put to work to future-proof that strategy and future-proof that goal, to make sure that when you do get to the point where maybe you don't want to work anymore and that magic number that you earn disappears, have you got enough behind you to at least make sure that you continue living the lifestyle that you want? Well, when it comes to financial planning and investment advice, it really comes down to what their stage of life can be and what their investments look like. For example, if it's someone maybe in the later stages of their working life or just retired, we're really trying to focus on generating strong, regular and reliable income. Of course, with some capital growth, because we need to make sure that people's wealth is growing over time, because cost of living just means that we're always going to need to make sure that their payments can continue to increase in the future. There's only so many things that you can do year on year. A lot of it comes down to future planning, but we always try to do things in the most tax effective manner as well. That just means that, of course, more of your hard-earned money is kept invested and can work harder for you for the future as well. Diversification is so important because we need to make sure that you don't have all your eggs in one basket. It all comes back to setting an appropriate asset allocation, which is going to determine how much you have invested in, say, shares, and how much in property, and how much in more defensive investments, and then making sure that we always rebalance back to that and even you out across that asset allocation that we've determined will mean that if, say, share markets are having a tough time but the property market's booming along, we can always take some of that growth that we get out of property, go buy some shares, and vice versa. So not all investment markets move in the same direction at the same time. So just having a good spread across it all will mean that we smooth the long-term returns and we can take advantage of any market movement when it happens as well. I mean, everyone could try to determine what the right allocation is, but the part that gets tricky with that is the emotion side. We're one step away from everything, so when we want to provide recommendations to a client, there's no emotional involvement for us. So we're not sitting there trying to guess with our gut, is now the right time to take profit out of shares or buy more? We don't need to worry about that. It's a systemised approach and we can just make sure that we're filling the portfolio with all the right investments for them.